So today I'll be reacting to The Cure. We've got two songs of theirs to check out, doing the Unstuck and Out of This World. And if you're new to the channel, I actually reacted to The Cure a handful of times before, but it has been a while. And I was trying to think, like, how would I best characterize The Cure as I currently know them? And I feel like the analogy that comes to mind is like listening to The Cure is the equivalent of looking out the window of your room at like 2 a.m. at night. You're looking in the environment, scanning. There's an eerie stillness about it. It almost feels like there's a slow burn. It almost feels like maybe there's a liminal space that's waiting to be populated by something more ominous or more menacing. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, but you're left in that ambiguous state for quite a while when you listen to their stuff. A different way I might describe their music is like it feels like a beautiful sadness. Their melodies, they can sound poppy at times, but the thing is they opt for such dark motifs and atmospheres that it would be really crazy to call it pop. If anything, it would be like a dark synth pop, and I think that's still pushing it. So I think that's enough mental context for us to get into this one. Before we do, though, I just want to thank Sean the Sincere for requesting these songs and for bringing The Cure back to the channel. But now, let's jump into it.
It's a perfect day for letting go, for setting fire to bridges, boats and other dreary worlds, you know. And let's get
fast strumming.
It's a perfect day for making out, to wake up with a smile without a doubt.
My teenage angst is coming out right now.
Let's get happy. But it's much too late, you say we'll do this now. We should have done it then, well it just goes to show how wrong you can be, and how you really should know that it's never too late.
Oh, you hear the drumming? Oh. That is nice. Immediately reminds me of Depeche Mode and a lighter version of Queens of the Stone Age as I hear this. And it's kind of riding this fine line of happy-go-lucky, but also melancholic. You know what crazy thought just popped into my brain? Why does it feel like David Bowie would sound awesome on a song like this? David Bowie and maybe Morrissey as well? I don't know, but I feel like it works.
Kick out the blue.
What is this, like, guitar-like sound? It's like plucked guitar that we've been hearing. It's very bright, and there's bass right below. Yo, that song got better and better with each passing minute. By the time we hit that third chorus, we were just in full force amplifying all of the awesome, unique elements that make The Cure the Cure. I'm glad we got The Cure back on the channel here, because I feel like my brain understands what just happened at a level that it didn't quite get before. I wish I had a better way to describe it. I'll try to bring up all of the unique elements that kind of were obvious to me, that may not have been obvious to me in the past. Something very, I think, unique about The Cure is the way that they transition from each section of their songs. And this one in particular, like the rise in the pre-chorus to the chorus, it feels like you're going to get that massive rock chorus, huge band coming in on the one. You kind of get that, but the thing is, the chorus has a rock feel without the over-reliance on the typical elements in a rock band that make a rock chorus what it is. Like, normally you would hear heavy, overdriven guitar, huge drums, massive floor in the bass, and shouting vocals. You kind of get all of those things, but somehow they're a bit subdued. Even the vocals, they're a bit more indie and angsty. And on top, you have these like plucked strings. On top, you have the synths and some of the digital production that's going on too. And those somehow carry more of the melody and carry more of the heaviness as we build through each chorus. I think you could also make a fair point that the actual rock feel also gets amplified by the time we hit the third chorus. So it's kind of like we had maybe an even split of rock and the unique Cure components in the first chorus. Then that proportion shifted more towards the Cure then versus rock. And then by the third chorus, both of those were amplified so that, they were contributing 125%. Rather than like the typical 100% to that chorus. If that doesn't make sense, I totally get it. The way I describe things sometimes even goes over my own head. But yeah, I loved the mixing in this. If you were able to pay any attention to the lows and the bass in particular, there was a lot of nice melody going on there. And I guess the last element that I'll focus on here before we jump into the next track is the vocal delivery. It's like a mixture of half shouted, half sung. And when it's half shouted, sometimes it's half spoken. So there's like a subset within there. Reminds me a bit of Counting Crows as well. A bit exasperated, a bit angsty, a bit indie. there's another group. They have a song. I think they're called. Let me try to look this up quick. If I can't find it, I won't hold you. Yeah, Such Small Hands by La Dispute. I think if you like this song, you may also like the La Dispute track. It's not a guarantee though, but you'll see some of the similarities in the vocal delivery. Anyways, yap, yap, yap. Let's jump into the next track. Whoa. The tone on the acoustic is so rich. You can really feel the weight of each string. I feel like we're walking through an empty scrapyard right now while planes fly overhead. That is so satisfying. Dude, I am so down for more Cure on the channel. This is really nice.
At it all as I know we will. You and me, wide-eyed. I wonder, will we really remember how it feels to be this alone?
You can hear the longing in this song.
I know we have to go. I realize get to stay so long. Always have to go back to realize where we belong. Where we belong. Where we belong. To all this, and I'm sure we will. Me and you, here and now. But we forget the way it really is. Why it feels like this, and we always have to go. I realize have to say goodbye. Always have to go back to realize. Realize the reason why we want to live.
Dude, I am just being serenaded by this.
We want to feel another time. Another time.
Oh.
Another time.
I was not expecting the bleeding of the piano there. bleeding up on the chromatic. Progression.
One last time before it's over. One last time before the end. One last time before it's time to go.
See, it is not your typical slow burn. I was really trying in my mind to figure out, like, what about this, like, hypnotic flow is doing it for me. And I feel like there's 3 or 4 distinct elements that all contribute uniquely to the hypnotism. And what's unique about that is, like, when I compare it to the other times when I listen to music and I'm hypnotized, usually it's because of 1 or 2 primary elements, like the rhythm in the drums and like a melody in the synths, for example. But it feels like with The Cure, there are 4, maybe even 5 melodies or rhythms happening interspersed throughout any given motif across the entirety of the song that persist and have you on another loop, I guess. So, oh gosh, I'm going to try to paint the simplest example I can. Imagine there's a song and there are 2 layers in that song that have their own unique melodies. And in the first 2 beats of a measure, the melody plays from, let's say, the guitar. And in the second 2 beats of the measure, it's the bass. And now when you focus on the guitar, that part, the first 2 beats of every single measure are going to be hypnotizing because that part is individually good and you're anticipating the next time you hear the guitar. But you have that same feeling a little bit lagged with beats 3 and 4 as a result of what the bass is doing. So now if you take that simple idea and apply it to 5 different elements, or I don't know however many there were in this track in particular, but things that repeat, that happen cyclically, that's what keeps you on this like hamster wheel, I guess you could say. And I don't mean to say like hamster wheel as a negative, but more so why I can just keep listening to the drone, keep vibing to the sway, hear that like plane overhead and still be gripped by it every single time, because that's not the one thing that's keeping you there. There's so many little moments that are all being repeated and contribute to the overarching feeling. Because once I've had my hit from the guitar, then I get my second hit from the bass, and you can again extend that argument further. That's why I feel like it's a slow burn, because it is slow moving in terms of tempo. You're just swaying back and forth often like slow burns do. And the intensity does rise if you were to like take a cross section of minutes 1 versus 5 in this song. But it's a little different than that. It's like, God, I need to use like a food analogy or something to drive this point home. It's like, instead of a rising, or like rising bread in the oven, this is like a lasagna. Okay. I shouldn't go down the bread and lasagna route. How am I going to do this? I wish I had something off the top of my head right now. This is not a slow burn. It's a slow burn. It's not a slow burn. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Somehow, some way? I don't know, but it's just hypnotic. It hooks you, and then it hooks you again. I'm going to need your guys' opinions on these tracks today. Let me know what your thoughts are on The Cure, on this idea that I'm trying to describe. I feel like I'm right there, but maybe I need a few more listens of The Cure to properly articulate this one. So if you're interested in requesting more The Cure on the channel, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description box below. But I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.